Well, it's another messy day, messy night actually for a landlord. You see this garage door, what a mess. And what's happened with this is a big 16-foot door. And being as long as they are, they're bad to sag as they're lifting up. And they start flexing over time. And like it did here, it finally broke. So when it broke, it flexed, it got into a bind, everything started pushing sideways. It put such a load on it, it yanked the bolts right out of the wall, which actually, yeah, here's, they had 3 in there. Pulled them right out, but they must not have had a good hold into the wood for it to do that. Of course, that came off, the spring cut loose, the rollers went flying. I've collected all the parts. So now I gotta try to put all this back together. First of all, I got my little tools here. These are my winders, unwinders to get the spring loads, that big giant spring up there. And you gotta be very careful. If you monkey with the garage door, watch plenty of videos on YouTube so you kind of know what you're doing. Because if you don't do it properly, these big springs can really hurt you. So I got to get the tension so I can get this door to get everything on the ground, get the tension off of it. So then my plan is, hopefully it'll work. You see how this brace is? Sorry about that. I had a phone call. Every time I get a phone call on my phone, it cuts my video off. I can remember where I was at. Anyway, I think I was talking about these braces and the springs, being careful with them. Line them up, unwind them so you don't get hurt. But there's plenty of YouTube videos for that. And I'm going to try to get these braces on just like this one. And so hopefully that'll stiffen it up where it'll keep it from flexing like it did here. I'm going to put one here. That's where it cracked. And you see it's trying to do it down here also. I'll put one down on the bottom. Between the two, hopefully I'll get this thing working again. And so I'll get me a ladder and get to work and see how this job's going to turn out. Okay, I'm just going to show you how you use these rods. See, I got them twisted up. I got just a little bit of slack. That's why I have to use a dog disc to get it just right. So I've got me just a little bit of slack here on my cable. If you get too much, it'll come off the wheel up there. So a little bit of slack. So that way I know the weight of the door is all the way on the ground, on the concrete. So now that's done, I know the door's not going nowhere. It's going to stay put. And now I can take each one of these pieces off. It's like the hinge. I can take each one off by itself and put the wheels back in place. Because see, the roller's gone. They all flew out. And here's my vice grips. Initially I had the vice grips down here to hold it in place while I was getting started. And now I got the pressure off, I'll be able to do the same over here. I can get this cable wrapped back around the way it's supposed to be, get the shaft put back up in there, bend all this back way. Look how it's bent that metal, how much power that had. That's why these things are so dangerous. So just be very careful and think, when you undo something, ask yourself, how many ways can this go bad? Because, if something's going to come loose, which way is it going to fly? So on with the next step. I guess I'll try to get that shaft up in there and get me some lag bolts bolted in there with my impact. So let's do that. Right, here's the lag bolts that came out. That's what I'm putting back in. So I can get into some wood and get a good grip on things so this don't happen anymore. Because time you go through your drywall, you don't have much holding that pressure, all that weight. Here's why we got problems. See the screw here? It just spins and spins. That's because it's going in between the studs. Now to get this to work, we'll put it in here at an angle. And we'll should find some wood this way. Now she's good and tight. Won't come loose no more. Okay, here's the final result using my little impact driver and self-tapping screws. I put two of these on. These reinforcement rails, I guess what they're called. Because normally you'll see them on the top. Whenever you add a garage door opener, they add this top piece for added strength. Otherwise, you'll just pull it apart. And got that on that one. Then I went down here, put that one on. And now we'll give it a test. Yep. There you go. Close her up. Much better. That's the way it's supposed to work. All right. So this project is over. Thank goodness. And I didn't get hurt. No blood.